Hello everyone, this is Ultra Dark Slayer. Welcome back to my channel. I know I was supposed to make a couple more videos, but uh, I was busy during the weekend. Of course, it was Father's Day, and then of course my voice and my nose wasn't cooperating with me. But luckily, I finally caved in and bought a humidifier to help me breathe. So it's working, feeling a lot better. And the humidifier just came in today, so I'm using it right now. But all let's get to right into the extended showcase. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna put in the Final Fantasy showcase on this one too. So let's move on to the extended showcase from Xbox and Bethesda. You know, that showcase was, of course, it was for interviews, talking about the games that they showed on the first showcase. It was great. We got more information on Redfall, Starfield, and then some other announcements for other games, and quite frankly, I fell asleep in through that showcase. I'm sorry, but I think at least I got to see interviews about Redfall and Starfield from Bethesda. I even heard about that after that they're done making you know um Starfield and Redfall. First, after they're done making Elder Scrolls, the new Elder Scrolls game that they talked about, they're gonna get started on making a new Fallout game, which is great. We do need a new actual Fallout game. I myself had played Fallout 4 on my PS4. I did enjoyed it. I would like to revisit Fallout 4 again. Download it right off of Game Pass. I'm playing on my Series S. And yeah, I mean we're gonna get a new Fallout game, which is great. And then after that, they show a game called Valhalla. That game is coming to PC first, and then later in 2023, we're gonna get it on Xbox and Game Pass, which is great. It's like an MMORPG, and it's all about Vikings. Awesome. I would like to try that out, and then some more interviews and so on and so, and that's when I started to fall asleep. And then towards the end, they talk about the game that the company from the Ukraine were making was it Strikers 2? And yeah, once they show those videos, it was, oh man, it was it was a little difficult to see because not only that the war is going on still in Ukraine, it even shows some of the developers in military gear that they're gonna fight to stop, the Russians. But I hope that they're all right. I hope that they're okay. Hope they come back to their friends and families, and so they can work on the game. And because I don't know what's gonna happen next after that. But yeah, all of that showcase did show things that people wanted to hear. People wanted to know what's going on with those games. And yeah, like I said, Redfall, Starfield, uh, Elder Scrolls, and Forza, and all those other games that they showed during the first showcase. But yeah, I didn't watch all of it because I fell asleep. And then the next day, of course, I got to see the Final Fantasy showcase, which was the anniversary for the Final Fantasy VII franchise. So let's get into that one. It was a great showcase. They showed off, an announcement for Final Fantasy VII Remake, the first one, and that game is going to Steam. It's going on Steam. Well, it's on Steam now because it did launch right after the next day, and that's great. People that has Steam can now experience Final Fantasy VII Remake with the DLC with the Yuffie, and still the people on the Xbox community it's still being left behind because they're trying to they're trying to see how well the other PC community is taking Final Fantasy VII Remake. I mean, wouldn't it be better to open up on the other platforms that your fan service is on? I mean, Square, I know what you're doing, but the thing is that it's getting a little frustrated with your other fans. I mean, me included, I have both a PlayStation and an Xbox, but I don't have a PS5. I have a PS4 Slim, and I do have Final Fantasy VII Remake on my Slim, but I don't get why you didn't deliver the DLC onto the PS4 and just on the PS5. That's not good. I mean, I don't know what's going on up there, but I just hope you guys bring in Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy Rebirth to both PlayStation 5 and Xbox and PC. So that way all your fans can enjoy the game that they love so much in the past. Because is that if look, I love Final Fantasy. I love the series. I love the different kinds of series that they like. My favorite Final Fantasy game of all time is Final Fantasy X-10-2. Well, Final Fantasy X is the best one for me, and of course I do enjoy playing Final Fantasy 15, because I would like to get back into that. But yeah, I mean, it isn't fair for us gamers to purchase another box to play that one game. Okay, because that sucks about exclusivities. Because I know that Final Fantasy 7 remake and rebirth, Final Fantasy 16 is gonna be exclusive to the PS5. And but I know it's a business thing that they have going on with Sony, but I hope that they reconsider to open up their games to other platforms. So that's it for that for the two remakes that are coming to PlayStation 5. I know I need to get my hands on PlayStation 5. If I get a digital version, that's fine. Because the only games I'll be probably playing is probably JRPG games on the PS5. But other than that, what else did they show on that showcase? Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. That game is going to all the platforms because it is an older game and they're remaking it. They're just polishing it up, giving it a nice clean smoothness, So it's kind of like an HD remaster. So it's coming on the PS4, it's coming on the PS5, it's coming on the Nintendo Switch, it's coming to the PC, and it's coming to Xbox One and Xbox Series systems. Okay, we got a Final Fantasy VII game that's coming to all the platforms. They could have done the same, like I said, they could have done the same thing with the Final Fantasy VII remakes. But again, that's up to Square to do marketing things. If Crisis Core is a big hit, the Crisis Core Reunion is a big hit on the Xbox, they should really reconsider of launching the two remakes games of Final Fantasy VII onto the Series S systems, onto the Series systems. So, and then they show a couple of mobile announcements of the Final Fantasy VII First Soldier mobile game, and yeah, it's cool. They showed that, and then after that and then after that, that's all they talked about. And the only thing I'm excited is that still, Xbox is getting one of the Final Fantasy VII games that it's an HD remaster, and it's one of the great ones, and it's the PSP version, the PlayStation Portable version, is being ported onto the all of the consoles, which is great. And I'll be playing that on my Xbox. So I'm happy about that, and it was a good presentation. But still, I wish the remakes of the Final Fantasy VII were coming to all the platforms, and that's not just one box. So yeah. So that being said, that's pretty much all I have to say about the two showcases. I'm putting everything in one video because number one, the extended showcase has so much information, and I actually like I said, I accidentally fell asleep, but they'll still got to see the end. And then I saw, the next day I saw the Final Fantasy VII Anniversary Showcase. That was good. Again, a lot of Final Fantasy VII stuff, both the two remakes and the final. Because they did show a roadmap on that showcase, which is good. So we'll see what happens in the long run. Probably they'll change their minds and say, okay, let's just bring the series games onto the other platforms and blah blah blah. And then yeah, after that, that's all good. Hopefully we'll get an actual direct from Nintendo, because I know that Nintendo had announced that they're gonna do a special direct for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That's gonna have its own separate thing, and hopefully probably next week we'll get an actual showcase to see what Nintendo has in store for us, because we need to know what games are coming from the rest of this month all the way to next year, and hope to see we get to see the games that we wanted to see on the Nintendo Direct. So that's all the updates, all the news, and those two showcases that I've seen. So let me know your thoughts, your comments, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. I have a lot of videos already up since I gotten back after the home project. And hope you guys share my videos to your friends. So that's pretty much it. I'm about to do another video, a couple more videos, either during this week or next week, because I want to do some more content, on my channel. Things that I like, things that I want to show. I want to talk about like a certain franchise. I like the Power Rangers. I would like to talk about that. So maybe on the next video we'll talk about some Power Rangers. That's something fun to talk about. Alright, guys? So I'll catch you all later, guys. Have a good day. Have a good night. Where you are in the world. Stay safe. Love and peace. That's what Bash and Stampede said. Love and peace. Alright, guys. Take care.